Hello everyone, War Dog Outdoors here today. We're very excited to be checking out a knife that was sent to us from Reiff Knives. Stu Shank over there at Reiff Knives has been in contact with us and he sent this over for us to review. We recently did a review on the F5 and CPM 3V, and then we also did a review on the F4 and CPM 3V. And so this one is in Magnacut. So we're very excited to be checking it out. This is the box that the F6 comes in. It says carry beyond limits, made in the USA, Reiff Knives with the Reiff Knives logo, and then on the back side, carry no cares warranty, guaranteed for life. So they do have an amazing warranty. If you open it up inside, it comes with some little cards, comes with a Reiff Knives sticker. Here's a patch. And then the knife will be all bundled up inside of this little care package here. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so the way that they ship these, the knife is inside of here. So it's kind of like getting a little present. You pull it out of there and then it's wrapped up. Damn, this thing is heavy. It feels solid. And then also inside of here is the sheath. This one right here is made of Kydex, and it has the great belt clip on it and the spot to put a ferro rod. This F6 from Reiff Knives is made of Supersteel. It's super thick. On the knife right here it says Reef F6 USA, and then if you flip the knife around it says Magnacut, and then it's got the Reef logo right there. So this is a Supersteel. The Magnacut is it's kind of stainless type steel. This is the most popular steel out nowadays is Magnacut. Everybody's wanting Magnacut. The handles on this one are made of G10, but you can get them in micarta. The micarta might be a little more grippy in wet weather, but the G10 has a super soft feel to it. I think these gloves that I'm wearing are an extra large, so you can see how it fits in my hand. Really good fit. You can choke up on it if you want. You can see the back side of the handles got a little bit of space back there. It does have a lanyard hole, or you could choke up in the back if you want to chop with it. So extremely nice knife. I'm very impressed with this thing. If you do want to change the scales, there is some hardware on here. One of the nice things about these knives is they are made in the USA. Check out the full F6 Magnacut collection. There's 8 different handles colors that you can go with. The F6 is a versatile all-around camping survival knife, so that you can do anything with this knife. You can do feather sticking, you can chop. It's designed to do work and crafted with precision in the USA. So it's an extremely well-built knife. The F6 is ready to take your outdoor adventures to a whole new level, from processing firewood to cooking camp meals. When you pick up this knife for the first time, you'll notice that the handle on it is super comfortable. It's very ergonomic. It does have the Coke bottle shape to it, and it just feels almost like a gel pad in your hand. Super comfy. So one thing about these Reiff knives is they have an amazing warranty. They stand by their products. So if anything happens to these knives, they're going to take care of you. One of the best warranties in the business. It's called the Carry No Cares warranty, and they're going to take care of whatever happens to your knife. So when you put this knife in the sheath, it does have a great fit. It doesn't shake around in the sheath. You could carry this upside down. One of the things that I like about these sheaths, the belt clip is adjustable on these. So if you wanted to carry it on your belt like that, it's not loose, it's firm. So you could put it on your belt and it's going to stay in that position. Or if you wanted to put it on a pack, and then this clip has the little grippers at the bottom so it locks into place, but it's not extra firm like some of the other ones that are hard to get off on some other knife brands. Love the Kydex sheath on these. The overall length on this knife is 11¼ inches from the very back to the tip of the knife. The blade length on the F6 and Magnacut is 6 inches. The cutting edge, because it has a sharpening choil, you end up with 5.75 inches of cutting edge. The blade width is 1.47 inches, so from here to here, you got almost 1.5 inches. The blade thickness is 3/16 of an inch. So this thing is super thick, super heavy, made for all your bushcrafting needs. This is a survival knife, made in the USA, so this is one of the best knives out there. The knife style is a drop point. Blade steel is Magnacut. The hardness, the HRC hardness of the Magnacut is 60 to 62 HRC. So these are going to be a stronger steel than most other steels you're going to run across. This does have the stonewash finish. It's a slightly hollow saber grind. The handle length on this knife is 5.25 inches. So perfect size handle for this style of knife. The handle width, 1.16 inches from here to here, and the handle thickness is 0.95 inches. You can see that Coke bottle shape to it. Handle material on the one that I got is G10. The weight of this knife is 12.9 ounces. So this knife has got some weight to it. It's going to be an excellent chopper. It is a right hand or left-handed, ambidextrous. So you can order your sheath however you want to order it. They do have leather sheaths as well. If you don't want Kydex, you get the leather sheath. The knife type is a fixed blade. This is the Leicu F6 survival knife. Country of origin on this knife is USA. The best uses for this knife are bushcrafting, hunting, and survival applications. I'm very excited to be checking this out, reviewing this knife. I love this knife. One of my favorite new knives that I have. This is probably the most durable and best suited for all outdoor activities. So thank you, Stu Shank. Very excited to be reviewing your products. I love these things. You can see the Reef logo there, or the Reef name right there. And then on this side is the wolf, the Reef logo. I also have a couple other Reef knives we're gonna check out real quick. Okay, so here's a little comparison. The F6 Magnacut on top, the F5 in the middle. This is CPM 3V, and then I got the F4 in the leather sheath with the dangler. So there's the leather sheath with the dangler. Very premium, one of the best sheaths that you're gonna find out there. Here's the F4. Got a little bit of staining on the blade from wood, but this one is in micarta. You see the Reef logo and the Reef name there. It does have the lanyard hole. And then I'll show you the F5. That one is in a green micarta. Here's the F5. The F4 and the F5 are both CPM 3V. This one has G10 handles in the coyote tan color. It does have a lanyard hole in the back. I'm going to put this one back in the sheath. It's the Kydex sheath. And then the F6. G10 handles in the black coloring. Now I'm going to pull all three knives out and we'll do a side-by-side comparison so that you can see the size differences of them. The F4 is on bottom, the F5 is in the middle, and the F6 is on top. So the one on top, you're going to get the stainless steel with the Magnacut, and then the other two are the CPM 3V. So that gives you a example of the differences in size depending on what size knife that you're looking for. The F6 on this side, the F5 in the middle, and then the F4 on the other side. So on the Reef F5, the overall length of this knife is 10 inches, blade length is 5 inches, the cutting edge on it is 4.8 inches. Blade width from top to bottom 1.3 inches. The blade thickness side to side is 0.18 inches. This is made of CPM 3V. It is 59 to 61 HRC, cryogenically treated. It does have a drop point style blade. It does have the slightly hollow saber grind on the F5. It does have the stonewash finish. The handle length on it is 5 inches. Handle width, so from top to bottom, is 1.18 inches. Right here you can see the Coke bottle look to it, 0.99 from side to side. Handle material on this one is G10. It's the Coyote Tan color. The weight is 10 ounces on this knife, so it's a little bit lighter than the F6. There is many different options for the sheath. You get the Kydex or the leather. They do offer it in right hand or left hand. This knife is a fixed blade, and it's for survival type situations. It is called the F5 Field Survival Knife. The country of origin on this knife is USA. Best uses of this knife is for bushcraft, hunting, survival, and camping. The Reef F4, overall length on this one is 9 inches. Blade length is 4 inches. Cutting edge on it is 3.8 inches because it does have a sharpening choil there. Blade thickness is 5/32 of an inch. It is narrower than the other two knives. If you look at them all together, this one's narrower. The Rockwell hardness, the HRC, is 58 to 60. It does have a drop point style blade. Type is a convex V grind. This also has the slightly hollow saber grind to it, so all their knives have that hollow saber grind. It's hard to tell, but it is there. This one is also in the stonewash acid finish. The handle length on this knife is 5 inches. The handle width from top to bottom is 1.1 inches. Handle thickness side to side is 0.95 inches. Handle material on this one is micarta. It's a green color. The weight of this knife is 7.7 ounces. It is also ambidextrous, so it's perfect for right or left hand. It's a fixed blade. Here's all the knives together. The country of origin of all three of these knives is USA. The best uses for this knife is bushcraft, hunting, survival, and camping. So they're all for an outdoorsman. So they're all extremely nice knives. I recommend everybody get on Reef's website and order one of these. I will leave a link in the description to order them. They're all amazing knives. So let's do a little bit of woodworking with it. Okay, we are going to do a few feather sticks with this Reef F6. In Magnacut. Looks like it's going to work really well for doing feather sticks. I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend for helping with these videos, helping to film for me. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So these do make some nice curls. This is a great size knife, very big, very sturdy, extremely durable. Excellent outdoor knife. This is a little bit of pine tree that I had. I brought it down here because I always have a hard time finding wood in this area that works good for this. Okay, so I'm going to also do a little bit of chopping with it. So I'm going to set this little bit of wood here. I don't want to smack the rocks. As you can see, this F6 from Magnacut does create feather sticks. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of chopping with it. So this was cut off a tree a couple months ago. Turn it a little bit. So this piece of wood here is a couple inches thick. So that shows you right there, if you need to build a fire or do anything, any bushcrafting, outdoor type stuff, that shows you how quick it was cut in half. It's probably 1.5 inches there, not super thick, but it cut pretty quick. So one other thing that I want to try is to do a little bit of splitting. We'll see if we can split one of these with this Magnacut F6 from Reiff Knives. So thank you very much to Stu Shank, the owner of Reiff Knives. One of the best knives that I own, extremely nice. And I love doing reviews on these things. They're very impressive. So I do have that on top of another piece of wood in case I slip off. I don't want to damage the knife edge. But let's take a look at this real quick, and we'll see. Look how good that edge is holding up. It doesn't look like it did any damage, all that chopping. So we'll see if we can split this. It is still kind of green, so I'm not sure how well it's going to split, but we'll try it anyway. As you can see, we got a knot coming up on it right there. Hopefully we can get around that. I'm going to try to hit it from this side a little bit. So right there, perfect. Let's try to split this one again, as if we were going to make some kindling for a fire. Look at that, perfect kindling for a fire. And we'll do a little bit more with it. I'm loving this knife. I'm going to use this for all my fire starting. So right here, you can see we went right through a knot in this pine. So the knots are the hardest part of the wood. You can see right there is a knot, and right here it is. We just chopped right through that. Okay, so we just chopped right through that knot, so I'm extremely impressed with this knife. Very awesome knife. Again, we'll show you a little bit of feather sticks with it. So as you're creating these feather sticks, make sure you turn the piece of wood after each time you slide down, and then you'll have a new high spot to grind on or to cut. If your wood's not round, you can kind of work the same area. But all these Reiff knives all work amazingly well. I'm really impressed with this one in Magnacut. Definitely something you guys are going to want to add to your arsenal. And just very impressed with it. I love this knife. USA made, super quality, super soft handles with the G10. And then that shows you right there that you can create feather sticks with it. So let me grab the F5. Do a little bit of work with it. Turn this around. So same thing with the F5. Right there, creating feather sticks. Okay, now I'm going to grab the F4 that I got here. Same thing, they all work amazingly well. I love these Reiff knives. So I can't wait to check out their F3. They make a smaller one. Looking forward to trying that one out one of these days. But there you go, that shows you all this stuff that we did was with these Reiff knives. So if you're into bushcrafting, if you're into making fires, definitely going to want to pick one of these up. I recommend getting all three of them. The F4, the F5, and the F6. If you can get them in Magnacut, that's probably the preferred steel. If not, the CPM 3V is an amazing quality steel. After you get done using these, if you need to touch them up, make sure to bring along your Dan's whetstone. This one is a translucent right here. This is a 2x6, so it carries very easily in my backpack. And I did order that from Dan's Whetstone Company. It says Translucent Arkansas right there. So let's go down by the water, we'll get our stone wet, and then we'll run one of these knives on the stone real quick. Okay, so I got my F6 in Magnacut from Reiff Knives, and then this is a Dan's Arkansas Whetstone in Translucent, which if you hold a flashlight up to this, the light will shine through it. So we're gonna make sure our stone is got a bunch of water absorbed into it. And then if you need to clean up your edge when you're done, just take your knife and run it back and forth on your Dan's Whetstone, and that'll keep your edge in perfect condition. Nothing really happened to this edge. It was already amazing. Dip that in the water again, keep it wet. Nothing happened to this knife when we were banging on that wood with it, so you really don't have to do this. But if you did need to sharpen your knife in the field, I always like to bring this 2x6 translucent Dan's Whetstone with me. And then if I need to tune up a knife in the field, just run the edge on there a few times and it brings it back to extremely razor sharp again. So I just want to say thank you to Stu Shank over at Reiff Knives for sending this F6 and Magnacut over for us to review. I love this knife. Probably my new favorite knife. Extremely durable. It's heavy but not too heavy. Super heavy duty, super thick. And so you can see that edge when you run it on this Arkansas Whetstone. You can see how it's kind of making the edge shine there. So just very impressed with it and very thankful to be working with Reiff Knives doing these reviews. They are awesome knives. I'll make a few more passes on here. Another review of some premium outdoor products that are made in the USA. Extreme quality by Reiff Knives. Thank you everybody for watching, and God bless.